Good morning. How y'all feeling? Y'all all right? Good. If not, let's get better. Oh, yes. Good morning. Good morning. I feel so gracious and so good to be up in the Lord, in the presence of the Lord this morning. I'm so in the presence of I ain't wash my face. I just got up and worship this morning. I just got my little help. Got my jam on real quick. So, when I had a good time. Been a long time since I hung out with how you having an event, you want to hang out, want the festivities to continue. Yeah, they continue, they had a good time, They had met some nice folks. But then, sometimes you gotta get that cue when it's time to leave. I support black and white, but the old black and white, I'm going the other way. Those black and white and blues, no, I'm all right with y'all. I thought you were walking up. You thought you was over here talking to me. No, I'm talking to you for. I'm going to my car. Ain't no words for you. This ain't even my pot. This ain't my house. I don't live here. I don't live here, so I'm going south. I'm going back south. I just came to visit. I'm just passing through. I know when to hold them, I know when to fold them. That was a great time to fold them. It was a wonderful time. Let me keep my relationship intact. I can still wave at y'all a little bit. I ain't causing no Black Lives Matter protest yet. Right now, this time, my life matters. My life matters just a little bit more. I got a little bit too much to lose at this point. I gotta make sure I keep things in check. Because if I miss a day, I miss a lot. So we got me. Oh, yeah, we don't, and it's the best part when you ain't got to, when you ain't got to be all, trying to walk through and trying to hold yourself together. Got to walk with one eye open. We got to drive with one eye. No, I'm driving straight with 10 and 2. All I had was a ginger ale. And if I tipped off the ginger ale, I need Seagrams to come holler at me. I need Canadian Dry to holler at me too. You ain't expect me, did you, Desiree? Oh, but I wanted to make sure that I, got to get myself replenished, get ready for the day. And it brought me to Isaiah 42, to do the word, the Bible study this morning, reflect on the goodness of how good God is sometimes and understanding your place. And, yesterday we had a great event where the spoken word and the cultural understanding was brought to us. It was a little different. I haven't become an adept. I didn't get off into Pokemon and, all that Yu-Gi-Oh! And definitely get into K-pop. said, well, wait a minute, that's different. That's a little different, but it was costly. It was definitely costly sound and better understanding. I was confused because this is tidbit. They from the University of Philly, but y'all like y'all belong in middle school. Y'all grown. Oh, wonderful. But it was, like I said, it was a nice experience, something different than what you used to. Now I understand why. Now I understand why. Now I understand why sometimes the eyebrow when I walk through, it look totally different. Where you seeing that? Have you ever y'all watch that episode? Y'all ever see Rush Hour 3? When Chris Tucker in there fight with everybody, and he go, Carter, wait till the bastard come out. You know that door, and it was one big old charge. That's how it felt yesterday. Wait a minute. You gotta watch the video. You gotta watch the video, but sometimes you have to just say, nah. You know how you at work, you can't hear nothing nobody say, you just have to nod and smile, But they was jamming. They was getting it too. I say, look, all right. But it brought me to Isaiah 42. Which is, when I was talking about, when I got up there on stage, and one thing I was talking about is being a servant to the people. And when you serve, you get a better understanding of just the humility and the joy and the peace it gives unto you when you just and not expecting nothing, just being a part to make sure things go right. And that was the spiritual blessing I got from the event yesterday, and it was a wonderful experience, to learn history, to share cultural understanding from all, from, like I said again, all cultures, seeing how the other cultures see the history of the black heritage, and understanding the history and how we progressed through that time. But being a servant, Lord, please forever bless the reading of the word. Sometimes you have to look at yourself as the servant of the people. And he says, look at my servant, whom I've strengthened. He is my chosen one who pleases me. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring justice to the nations. He will not shout or raise his voice in public. So that would go again. Yesterday, I could have went off on the people up in Walmart about that little change and the disrespect I felt. But as a servant of the people, that's what I got to make sure I understand who's around me, my surroundings, and understand that I got to act a fool every time I go out here and be disrespected. I ain't got to go out here and say that's the piece of that self-control where I told you, the law, it says right in the word in Galatians, it says there's no law against the fruit of the Spirit. There's no law about having joy. There's no law against that. So as a servant, you have to have a joy in that. Sometimes, it get a little rough because sometimes people you serve, sometimes, they want to take advantage. Some people, I've experienced that, where people take kindness for weakness and try to put you in a situation where you think it's your job, or, you become stuck in that. But being that servant, you gotta understand, you have that spirit upon you, and it's gonna level out the justice in the part of it. Where you're gonna now be able to stand up for yourself and say, hold on, no, wait a minute now. Let me make sure I put this in perspective. I'm here to do this. You know, this is X, Y, Z. I'm going to get rid of the algebra again, and I'm going here to do X, Y, Z. I'm here to serve, but now you got to make sure you put your boundaries in there so that you don't get overplayed and, overworked for the service you're doing. And now it's a beautiful thing to have people who understands that, and people who's been around sometimes, like your elders who've been around some time and understand. Okay, good. We appreciate that. So we don't want to, whatever you can do to help. We appreciate that. Don't go by all your means. Sometimes people get start to serve and then they expect things. And when you're in service, you do it in the right spirit. And, you ain't about to expect nothing. You have to expect everything to come. He would not, he would not crush the weakest reed or put out the flickering candle. And like I said, he ain't trying to now as he's serving, he ain't trying to make it where he got to be the biggest person in the room, or he had to be the one who got to do the best work, or be the best, and it all works in the way it's supposed to. He would not. He would bring justice to all who have been wronged. Like I said again, you got to stand up for some people who may not have that. I was telling some brothers the other day that they talk about how some of the issues they may have that prevents them from going to certain places. Like I said, I'm a free man. I like to travel. I like to drive, take a drive. Sometimes, especially when you're doing business, you have to go visit other cities. You have to visit other, other networks and things of that nature. So, some people can't do that. So why not, why hinder them when you can be a servant, try to help them and show them the way or give them the information they need to better their situation? Because sometimes, when we get in situations, we say, it costs X, Y, Z. They don't find me this. Let's find out how we can get that taken care of. Because there's some things we can do to help out, but you have to put a little work into it too. You have to be able to, understand and humble yourself and be able to know that people ain't out here just trying to gouge you or trying to take advantage of you. Like I said, when I come around, I know my conversation is different when I come talking to folks. I'm talking about how can I uplift you to get you up out of the situation that you're talking about? He will not falter or lose heart until justice prevails throughout the earth. So, like I said, and then when you're doing work, certain things you got to keep persistent. You got to stay persistent on, because like I said, again, you got to make sure that last night again. Could have been different situations, but you got to know how, what situation to play. You got to play chess. What strategy. This ain't for me. This ain't where I'm supposed to be. So let me. This wasn't shit. I don't need no trouble. So let me get up on out of here. So let me get out of here and you can stand up for it. But even the distant land, be able to see. Well, wait for his instruction. See that's the power that you have when people respect you. And you're doing a service. They'll wait for your instruction just so that they'll know where they're going. They'll wait for you to say, that's why sometimes you got to wait for the Lord and say, hold on, Lord, give me this answer. Give me this, answer this prayer for me. Let me send this prayer up to you. But now you got to make sure that even people from, again, people are waiting for me to go live. People from long distance, when I would take a little time off, they was texting me and, where you at, right? Seeing on the video. And it's like, okay. And now I got to make sure that, so now when I started, let me make sure I have some substance in there. God the Lord had created the heavens, the earth, and stretched them out. He created the earth and everything in it. He gives breath to everyone, life to everyone who walks the earth. And it's he who says, I, the Lord, called you to demonstrate my righteousness. And I will take you by the hand and guide you. And I will give you to my people Israel as a symbol of my covenant with them. And you will be a light to guide the nation. And I had listened to that part right now. I'm listening to that part because there's some armor you got to put on when you walk out there to go every morning. There's some, you got your regular, your natural clothes on, but you got to put your spiritual clothes on as well. Your helmet of salvation, so that you can protect your mind and know you have faith and belief in something other than yourself. Yeah, but that's the helmet of salvation. When you say, I accept this, that's where you got to protect that. Put your helmet of salvation on. And you got to make sure you protect your heart. So you got to put your breastplate of righteousness on. So you can go out here and do it from the heart and not just do it because it's, sometimes people go to jobs and, they don't like the job, but they just do the job because it's paying the bill. Okay, no problem. But now when you protect your heart, put the breastplate of righteousness, now you can say, you know what? Let me go on ahead and not cuss boss out this morning for not giving me a mask for this. Let me go ahead and do this the right way. I need to not go over and cut these two burly girls out, this group of girls, for not giving me. But then also, gotta make sure you put your belt of truth on. You know, you gotta be honest and walk in truth and be able to understand the truth and know the truth and not give out, the information that you don't even know the truth, but if it's real or not. Make sure you go ahead on and put on your shoes of peace, so you can walk peacefully through this, through this wilderness. Put on make sure you have your shield of faith, so you can guard all, guard all the negativity that may be coming over hinder your faith. And most of all, you gotta have a sword, because you gotta go to war, you gotta go to battle in your war. The sword got to be, grounded in the word. So when you put that on, now you can go out here and do the things that you need to do and demonstrate the righteousness he asked. And he said that now, if you do all that, he said, well, here I will take you by the hand and I'll guide you. He said, I'm going to give you all the information you need. I'm going to guide you where you need to take them. I'm going to do you everything you need to do. And I will give you to the people. And as a great symbol of the covenant, the promise that I made to them. And you'll be the light to lead. And I said, when I listened to my bio, he said the New Legacy Group wants to be a beacon of light for generations to come. I said, what? Oh, that was all right. But it wants to be a light and a beacon so that it starts to bring people forth that, say, I want to change an opportunity to do something better and live freely. You will open the eyes of the blind, the spiritually blind. Have you ever been spiritually blind? I have. Oh, that's spiritually blind. It's a whole different blind. I don't know what it's like. Now, I done tried, back in the, when we used to go to the leadership training, they used to put the blindfold on you and try to make sure you had the person holding your arm and see you got to trust them and let them guide you. Some folks didn't, just wanted to make a joke out of it, lead you right to the wall. Just as a joke, there ain't no joke. You try to hurt me. Lead me in the wrong direction. If you're spiritually blind too, the blind leading the blind. But when you spiritually awaken yourself and you understand the principles of God and the joyfulness he gives you, when you understand his works and you understand what he's trying to do for you and you understand where he's leading you, where he's guiding you, guess what? Maybe your walk, it's just more peaceful in that walk. He said, I am the Lord, and that is my name. I will not give my glory to anyone else, nor share my praise with carving images. Everything I prophesied has come true, and I will not prophesy again. I will tell you the future before it happens. Sing, all you who sail the seas, and all you who live in distant coastlands. Join in the chorus in the desert towns like the villages of Gadar. Rejoice. Let the people of Selah sing for joy. Shout praises from the mountaintops. Let the whole world glorify the Lord. Let us sing his praise. The Lord will march forth like a mighty hero. He will come out like a warrior. He will shout his battle cry and crush all the enemies. Give him praise. Give him praise. Give him praise. Like I said, whatever with all them things that you may be facing, all them negative energies, if you keep prayed up and you stay stayed up, you got your war clothes on, guess what? He's going to crush every enemy or anything that comes, or any doubt or any. He got you covered. He will say, I have long been silent. Yes, I've restrained myself. But now, like a woman in labor, I will cry and groan and pant. I will level the mountains and hills and blight all their greenery. There goes Scar. See, God, that's the levels to it. He can give you all the beautification of everything in the Mufasa era. But when you go ahead on and think you're going to mess over his people, he got to go over here to Scar and let you know that he'll dry it up. I will turn the rivers into dry land and dry up all the pools. I will lead blind Israel down a new path, guiding them along an unfamiliar way. I will brighten the darkness before them and smooth out the roads ahead. So all the enemies that just got facing, like it was like, you talking about fire, that's like Pharaoh in the army. They were trying to take the over there. Moses, Moses was getting trained during this time when he had to go up and talk to Pharaoh to let the people go. Now, how many times did Moses have to go to Pharaoh and he didn't let the people go and Pharaoh went back and got them? See, every time he said, God was telling Moses, I already know what Pharaoh going to do. He's going to harden his heart. So I just need you to get bigger. I need you to get stronger. I need you to get wiser. I need you to get more creative in how you're going to get these people out of here. But when you're ready, when the time comes, when they really are released, I'm going to have your back. I'm going to do everything I just told you I'm going to do. I'm going to now lead the... Hold on. He's going to turn the rivers dry and the land will be dried up and all the pools. And I will lead the blind Israel down a new path, guiding them along an unfamiliar way. I will brighten the darkness before them and smooth out the roads ahead of them. Yes, I will indeed do these things. I will not forsake them. But those who trust in idols, who say, you are our gods, will be turned away in shame. So now, give him the praise and the God. He's the creator. He's making a way out of no way. You dig a figure deal, man? He's making a way out of no way, so why not give him the praise when you're praising idols and putting people before him and you got all these different things in front of you. Like the lady was talking about, you got all these, you got the television in front of you, making that your God. You got the... And you making them, you giving them praise before, you give God praise. So, and I'm saying that, just to understand, like I said again, no matter what you do, as long as you're keeping your character straight in line with God, you can walk through any valley, any situation, and He can guide you through it. You can have fun, be in the world, but don't be of it. See, that's the difference. People know how to be in, and they become of it. They become stuck in situations where, you know what? Like, when I was, when you're young, you tell me, I can't wait to have a drink, and then you over drink. Now you become a drunkard. Now you drunk all the time. You see what I'm saying? Be in the world. I can go out to the club. I can go in and jam and shoot a chick, but I can make sure that I'm able to leave there in the same way I came, or come there with peace and have, and be able to network and don't have no drama when I come home. I remember one day I was in that 151 and I had a whole, I was clean. I was so sharp. I didn't know how, and I was already creased. Yeah. Come back, woke up the next morning. I don't know how it happened. All I know is the whole white outfit was just disturbed with mud. I don't know how I made it home. I don't ever want to do like that again. It ain't what you do, is how you do. Now I may have a little sip, a little taste. But I ain't getting drunk. So, if ever believe, blessed to be in the word, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil. For thine is the kingdom, glory, and the power forever and ever. Amen. New day, new life, new legacy. Y'all have a good day.